All right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. Roster mania continues and teams are starting to break apart once again. North American squad is now making a split. An APAC South team also making a split as well that we need to give you guys an updated status on. And if you guys want to stay up to date, all things Apex Legends esports related, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're also talking about future of competitive maps and the future of scrims coming up very soon as well. Obviously, yesterday we talked about how and the return of ALGS return date, maybe November, maybe January, who knows, but we do know that it is confirmed when scrims are starting back. And this is what's going to be insane, because you're going to see some rosters get basically forced upon to make their announcement because they're going to start scrimming together as well. You're going to see some rosters also maybe even split up pretty quickly. If scrims go pretty bad, they might drop it really quick. Or you could also see maybe even some I guess a little bit more of a drop spot change. You know, TSM did mention that they were going to leave the wall. We have an update on that as well, because it looks like they might be going back to the wall after some changes that happened. Of course, we are well into this intro. Let's go ahead and dive into it. First thing I want to make mention of, Minus Tempo did give us confirmation when scrims are going to start back. That is coming with the mid-season patch. He says now that it's live, Stormpoint has finally returned into customs. This means that scrims will be resuming next week, starting on Wednesday. So a week from the time that you're watching this video is when scrims will start back. Scrims will be open to the teams that will be playing in year 4 of ALGS based on my educated guesses, as well as a few of the top LCQ teams to round out the lobby if needed. Using the ELO formula that was fine-tuned over the course of the last 2 years, teams will earn their priority throughout the duration of scrims, since we cannot be 100% sure who the 22 confirmed ALGS teams will be. These scrims will also serve as an invite list to any upcoming tournaments that will be available to North American teams. So one of the things that we did see was Leo Lion say that I wonder if these will show where the TSM landing spots are going to be. Of course, this did basically get updated because Raven came out and announced where their landing spot was going to be. He said after they nerfed only the POIs worth contesting for on Stormpoint today, so we are going back to the wall now. I'm not really sure, and I didn't hear much of a POI nerf because Stormpoint's not even really in the main game other than the fact that they came back to customs. But he said they're going back to the wall. So apparently we kind of thought maybe it'd be Lightning Rod. They did announce they're going to be leaving the wall. Where they're going to go after that. Lightning Rod's like the best POI probably on the map. So we could have assumed that they were going to go there. However, they have now announced that maybe they're going back. So interested to see how this all goes down. But apparently there was a POI loot nerf, I guess. So that's why they've decided to go back with what they're comfortable with. But we didn't see this in the patch notes, of course. Also wanted to mention a little bit, here's where roster kind of drama starts. So 100 Thieves did basically go ahead and re-sign Bronzy. Now this is where this is more speculation on this one, but we know that 100 Thieves didn't play too well. Obviously they didn't go too good. This is not ketchup, by the way. That's just straight up blood. Last time I got made fun of for having ketchup on my face throughout the entire video. Anyways, 100 Thieves, of course, not doing too good during ALGS champs. We kind of expected them to get dropped and maybe even Dojo take their spot now, considering that Dojo's kind of already signed 100 Thieves as, you know, Bronzy and also Timmy as well. So that's coach, that's player. Designful could be next. You could also even see Enemy. So this would just basically be the new 100 Thieves roster, supposedly, and it is possible. So Bronzy did re-sign with 100 Thieves, but another team that is in the ALGS that did not re-sign was coming from Cody. So Cody, obviously with Team Complexity, no longer teaming with that squad. We're not really too shocked that this is going to be a roster change, but we are a little speculative as to what's going on with this Complexity organization. So Cody did start off by saying looking for team for ALGS year 4. Then he said this is not an impression farm. You got to be careful with these because we've seen Enemy impression farm saying that, you know, they were going to be splitting up. We've seen Timmy say, you know, Sweet DM me, like they were going to make a, you know, a change for Sweet. Obviously a lot of impression farming going on the timeline as well. So you got to be careful about it. So that's why I held out on this one. But Cody did confirm that this was not an impression farm. He said he's looking to make finals. He made finals and split 1 playoffs under a sub under ESA. I'm able to play another fragger role or anchor role. You know, contact me on Twitter, Discord. Cody is a guy that obviously has done an amazing job in ALGS this last year, and I'm interested to see where he lands. It's unfortunate that the roster couldn't make it because I do like all the players individually. Just sucks to see. Now I did get a comment on one of these that you have actually you know, I made the alert, right? Someone commented, said that Monsoon has publicly said he was looking for 2, but I did not see this on his personal Twitter. But someone also responded saying I saw on the Reddit that he said it on stream. So apparently Monsoon has confirmed on stream that this was that he is going to be looking for 2 players, but it wasn't his stream. So it's a little speculative as to what might be going on. But in my opinion, teams that drop their whole roster and start looking for 2, it makes me wonder if Complexity is actually going to be sticking around. Monsoon maybe just looking for 2 new guys to play with in general, maybe not for the Complexity roster. It is possible Complexity still could walk out of the scene. We've already heard rumors that FaZe might be doing the same thing. 100 Thieves is up in the air, but I would say probably not going to happen. I think 100 Thieves might end up staying after all of this. But another roster change, man. It just doesn't stop. This is coming from the APAC South region. So former Onyx player Fussy, obviously an amazing talent on that roster, switched over to Moist Esports, started playing with Waltzy, and they did a great job, honestly, and they had a great run. Unfortunately, though, it did not go the way they wanted to in the very end, and of course Fussy moved on. Now, he did say he was willing to relocate to EU with ease, basically, or he said he could do that with ease, but he made every LAN and has been there competing for a long time. 7th place, 27th, 12th this year, and also messaged me here on Discord. So he basically did really good with Onyx, switched over to Moist Esports as well, also did really good in general. I mean, 12th place at champs overall, still commendable, honestly. You got to be honest, it's not an easy thing to do that, but it would be nice to see Fussy make a little bit of a region change. I think if he moves to EU, he's going to be one of the best players in that scene as well. I mean, I'm not saying that EU is, not trying to hate too much, but I definitely think that APAC South and NA might be a little bit more strong. Honestly, I think APAC North is probably even in there as well. I think EU is like at the bottom, bro. I just don't see EU as good as APAC South or North, in my personal opinion. Just saying. I know I'm gonna get hate for that because I know there's a lot of EU people that watch the channel, but also want to mention Stompez, another North American Pro League player, looking, or basically not even looking for a team at this point, but another team announcement already. So teams are just sporadic. They're all over the place. People have found rosters, people leaving rosters, people updating rosters, organizations still leaving. It just has not stopped since champs has been over, man. It has been non-stop. And I think in this one we got what, 5 people making a change, 5 people looking for a team. It's getting unreal. Now, one change that's not team related, but it is possible, is a map change that has been in question for quite some time. People are wondering if we're going to add a new competitive map to this game at some point. Now, the timeline, obviously, I think they were doing some scrims today, and the timeline was not in favor of that at all. Zara Tricky was like, no. A lot of other people were like, no, this map is not esports ready. It is not ready to go. And then you saw this hilarious clip of Furia in their match with one another. And I kid you not, you can't make this up, man. I didn't even know this part of the map existed, but this is a prime example as to why they're saying that this map is not esports ready. Take a look at what happened to Furia in their matches. Roll the clip.
Here, but if we got fuse kids, we need to take more control on this map.
Yeah, we should try to walk up. I bang on them.
Okay.
No hits, no hits. They're just sitting on height. Can we go bottom bridge?
I'm multi-selling.
Right now.
Can we go bottom bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, I might need to get looked up.
I mean, the cut screen was just absolutely classic, and I honestly see what these guys are complaining about now. It definitely doesn't seem like it's going to work out overall. We might be sticking with Storm Point and World's Edge, although I have heard that they are looking at adding a new map into the rotation. But if they're going to do that, they have a lot of work to do because these maps are not ready. I would personally like to see Kings Canyon get a bigger update. We need more POIs, or at least stronger POIs with stronger loot, so that people don't have to contest for a central POI that's going to be too chaotic. But interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Like the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends esports related. A lot of roster changes continuing to go down. Until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.